I was born and raised in a town 100 miles north of Detroit, Saginaw, Michigan. My father's side of the family were involved in primarily in terms of their survival and their income. They were involved in illegal activities, gambling establishments, drugs. My father was a pimp. I mean, as a young kid, I experienced a lot of verbal abuse and violence. So basically, from the time I was born, I had personally, again, at that time, I didn't have a language for any of this or know what it meant. But, there was a lot of abandonment issues, self-esteem, not knowing who I was, trying to discover who I was, and doing that by emulating these other people's lifestyles. So I ended up, facing or ended up being sentenced to 55 years in the Wisconsin prison system. So I ended up at Green Bay and trying to figure out what am I going to do here, because for all intents and purposes, this is where I'm going to die. So I was searching for some kind of way. And, luckily for me, there were some people who saw some things in me that I didn't see in myself. They saw some potential in me that I didn't see in myself. I wanted to go back to school, and I did. And so, there were some real struggles. Being in segregation or being in a hole or being in solitary confinement, being isolated, not knowing what was going on, not being a part of, not feeling connected, not even being able to cry, and not knowing why. And I still carry that stuff with me. I carry it with me. It comes up a lot in the work that I do. But I've found the ability and the grace to be able to balance it, to manage it. I was in a circle of support, Madison Urban Ministries, when all of this began. I would get phone calls from the Department of Corrections saying I was somewhere where I wasn't supposed to be, I'd be at home, or whatever the case may be, and they would come lock me up. Three, I'd say, out of the first 17 incidences was where they wanted to reincarcerate me for it. GPS malfunction. I'm working, I'm reconnecting with family, I'm becoming positively involved in community, and the next thing you know, I'm gone. Okay? But I'm also re-traumatized every time that happens. So when people ask, do I know empathy or can I have empathy with victims of crime? Of course I can, because I experience it too. It's about being transparent with them, having open and honest discussions with them, being able to listen to people, and let them understand that my listening is out of a genuine concern for their well-being, to help transfer information to them that's beneficial to them in making decisions that they're going to make about their lives or the people that they're connected to their children, to their spouses, to their mothers. Advising and talking to them about different ways and different approaches, to engage, people that they love, or, how to advocate for themselves in situations where, they're not having their needs met. So, depending on the individual situation or circumstances, I make myself available. I'm there for them. Sometimes I'm the only person there. And I would walk around that Capitol and I'd see homeless people who are suffering from alcoholism, drug addiction, mental illness, and I would stop and I would talk with them. And they started recognizing me, and they would greet me, and I would talk to them, and sometimes if I had a few dollars, I would buy the Street Post newspaper. I would just give people a couple of dollars to go get something to eat. Sometimes it was my last. But I said, wait a minute, I know where they are because I've been there. Not the same, not even similar, but I've had people walk past me and I was totally invisible. I was not seen by anyone, and that broke my heart. And I decided then and there that I would never do that to another human being. I would never walk past someone lying on that ground and pretend that they didn't exist. So if there is a mission, that's the mission. Let's make those who are invisible to us visible, myself included, whether they're broken or not. Let's see one another.